Why do you have a Lou Dort picture up there, man? What's going on?
Hey, Mavs fans, I give you $5 right now if anybody knew who this dude was before the game started. But you know who he is now, don't you? He's the guy that put 30 on that head tonight, boy. Lou Dort, player of the game tonight. Congratulations, Lou. Whatever your name is, Dort. Congratulations, man. You deserve it. Congratulations. Now get your out of here.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Thank Jalen Maxey, especially Luka, for playing defense.
Yeah. To start the show, I had a quick. I had a quick question I want to ask Mavs fans is that is it time that our boy Josh Green starting at the small forward?
I told you should be starting.
And Dorian comes off the bench.
No, Dorian should start too.
No, he should come bring his behind off the bench. Also.
No. He should start.
No, to bring his behind off the bench. We going to disagree. He's not playing in defense. He's not even scoring. He's a liability out there.
You need him. You need him and it should be Jalen Brunson, Josh Green, Luka, Dorian, and when KP is here, KP.
No, I don't want him. I don't want Dorian out there. No,
Are you ready?
No. You know why I don't want Dorian out there? Okay.
Why?
Y'all, okay, let's look at it. I'm just reading here right now.
For the culture.
I'm just reading right here. Dorian, he played 43 minutes. He had 3 points.
Wait a minute. You already going to stats and facts already?
No. Hold on. I'm just putting it out there. He played 43 minutes. He got 3 points in 43 minutes. That's virtually impossible to play 43 minutes.
Why we want to forget about KP? KP been balling out. KP been playing good all season.
Yeah, and it shows because Billy, your boy Dwight Powell had 4 fouls. He had 4 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound, and 4 fouls in 13 minutes. That's your boy Dwight. That's your boy. Oh, Depot Sale.
Depot 7.
Billy, you need to find you a new hero because man, that man is making you look like a fool on that on the internet, radio waves, social media. He making you don't put out most tweets about Dwight. Just don't do it.
Not a fool.
So in consecutive not consecutive days. In back-to-back games, we have lost to the worst team in the NBA and I think the third worst team in the NBA.
Oh no,
that's where we at.
Well, I know you're still upset about what was it, Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday. You're really upset about that loss.
You threw that big bag, and then they followed up with a big, even a bigger bag. It's home.
It's time for Maxey to go. If Indiana asked for Maxey for Turner, I would do it. They're not gonna do that.
I'll do it. Everything's on the table for me right now, but they're not gonna do that. For that to happen, you got to throw in a pick, and right now, picks are too valuable to this team. I'm already thinking about next season.
I mean, Lou Dort put 30. Who the hell is Lou?
This
is why I said the Dallas Mavericks ought to be ashamed of themselves. They done held what they done did is they done held them people hostage in the AAC tonight. Knowing this ice and sleet out there on that road to let the people go home and then went to overtime.
Man. So for anybody who don't know who Lou Dort is, it's this man right here. I want y'all just to look at that picture. That's the guy who put 30 on the Mavericks' head. Who looked like the second incarnation. Who looked like Westbrook out there. You know, who looked like James Harden out there. Just doing whatever he wanted, just pulling up a 3, going to the lane without any regard for any life down there. Just basically taking toilet paper and wiping his butt with it.
Oh no, man! Come on, man! No, don't say it ain't so, man.
Booty wiping, man. Booty wiping. That's what happened, man.
Back-to-back losses to a bunch of kids.
You know what? if you want to really ask, if you want to be truthful about it, who's that, Sean? If you take JB, KP, and Luka off this team, they probably have more talent than the rest of the Mavs team out there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So, and it goes back to remember we talked about last season. These kids that can run and gun up and down the court, just a bunch of energy. The Mavericks have a problem with those teams.
Oh, well, I told you that a year ago.
But I said, we talked about that. Teams that just go up and down, don't care. They just run. I don't care what happens, just run up and down the court. The Mavericks have a problem with those teams, and it's rearing its ugly head again this season. But your boy Cuban, he's still stuck on that 2011 thing. Hey man, we got a bunch of rim runners and 3-point shooters. We're gonna be just fine. Max is so underrated. Dorian's so underrated. You just don't understand. Dwight. He does. You just don't understand how much charity he does for the culture. He does in the community. He just
not his charity. You didn't bring up the man charity work.
Yeah, man. He ought to be. Well, Cuban was saying he ought to be NBA Man of the Year. I'm a charity.
Ben Code on defense. Y'all sleep. Yeah, I'm asleep.
Yeah, I'm asleep because we don't watch OKC games, and Sean and whoever said that, neither does the rest of the league.
Let me tell you something. Even if it wasn't no ice and sleet on the ground, this team couldn't get me to the AAC night on their best night. Couldn't get me out there.
Who was that said that tweet while ago?
That was Shane. That was Shane.
Okay, Shane. Nobody watches OKC games. And neither does, and in fact, neither does people in Oklahoma City. since Durant and Westbrook left, ain't nobody watching them guys either. This was just a bad loss, man. So I mean, you're gonna look on this, and when you're sitting at 6 or 7, you're gonna look on these games. You're gonna say, well, this is the reason why we sitting at 6 or 7. This was a good opportunity for the Mavericks to make a push for 4. But in the realistic of things, they're not going to get 4th. They're going to be sitting at 5. If they're lucky to be sitting at 5 or 6. And they're going to get bounced out in the first round again. And then we get to do this over again in the offseason about what's wrong with the Mavs, even though we know what's wrong with the Mavs. And it starts with the head of the snake.
What's wrong with the Mavs?
Baby Jerry. Baby Jerry, right there.
You call him Baby Jerry. Okay.
Yeah, baby Jerry. Hey man, listen. The man said all these guys who just got clowned by the OKC Thunder, they all underrated. KP, you can't stay off the injury list. He's a top 20 player. Jalen Brunson, he deserves. Give him the money, all the money he wants. Hey, let's give money to Timmy. Even though he was just a contract king last season. Hey, but what I know.
Well, let's take a look at this pack. Let's take a look at this packed house inside the AAC tonight.
Do we have to?
Yeah, we got to. It was definitely a jam-packed house. I mean, it was not a seat available in there. If you look on this site.
Oh yeah, man, it was jammed to the wrap. I mean, so they couldn't get an ant in there.
Luka doing all that whining tonight.
Yeah, what else is doing?
Doing all that whining tonight. He was killing me, son. He was killing me, son.
I'm convinced to the fact that in about 4 years he's gonna be gone anyway. So.
Oh man, he gonna stay right here.
Just Mavs fan, just enjoy him while you see him because he's gonna be purple and gold in about 4 years.
He's going out there busting threes in people's faces, man. Come on, man.
Busting in the mouth.
Where's the D? Where's the D?
Who's that? No.
And they didn't even have play SGA playing. Man.
Yeah, the SGA didn't play.
He didn't even play.
And they busted in your mouth. That's a pathetic loss. So you can't pull an excuse. Well, we didn't have KP. Well, they didn't have SGA.
No. There is no excuse. You don't even. This is Oklahoma City Thunder. You don't even need You shouldn't need half your roster to beat these guys.
Apparently, they must did. Apparently, they must have needed to have the whole roster. This goes to about. Listen, when you get past, okay, well, when you got Luka, JB, KP, and then when you get to that point, it's a tremendous drop in talent on this team. I mean, it's not like, well, you got, and then you got a gradual slip, and then you got a bunch of, I mean, you go from Luka 1, if you want to call KP a 2, JB a 3, and then you got a bunch of 6 and 7 out there.
Right.
Maybe Josh got the potential to be a 4 or 5, best player. But you got a bunch of 6 and 7. And it ain't gonna change. Most of them guys in their 30s. So that's basically who they are. They end of the bench guy. And when Luka or JB can't do magic for him, or KP can't do magic for him, they got no other guys who can get them out of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's where you at. It's either Luka, Jalen, KP when he's healthy. Either those three guys have to do it.
That's the three in Dallas.
And either those guys got to do it, or it's not gonna get done.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they screwed up by paying Tim Hardaway Jr.
Thanks a lot, Cube. Thanks a lot, Cubes. Appreciate that.
You don't pay players like Tim Hardaway Jr. You pay players like Jalen Brunson, not T. You can get there are a dozen Tim Hardaways in the league.
Well, Walt, we tried to tell him that the whole offseason. There's a bunch of Tim Hardaways around there. Just catch and shoot streak shooters. That's basically what he is.
He ain't a straight shooter because he's streaky too, but look at that. Depot was something at least.
Yeah,
man,
you know what? The Walt stop.
Look how hot that crowd is tonight. The hot crowd. Oh, okay, Luka with the step back.
Listen, Sean. Luka's never gonna be involved for his defense. Hell, hey, the last Euro was here. Wasn't here for his defense. That's dirt.
Yeah,
that's what he's talking about. Defense, we called him Irk. So that's the guy they drafted. He can be better. But he's never gonna be a defensive stopper. No, so let's get that straight.
No.
But what I'm shocked at is how bad as Maxey in this past week. Maxey and Dorian's been on defense. That shocks the heck out of me because that's supposed to be their forte, being defensive stopper.
I gotta be honest with you, man. I feel like the Mavs just mailed it in tonight, man.
Yeah, maybe they were cold. It was ice on the ground. They want to get. They didn't want to play.
Yeah,
it showed. Well, Oklahoma City obliged them. Hey, we want to play. We trying to get some kind of win. Shoot, Oklahoma City was ready to play. Hey, man, we tired of losing. I want to see more. I want to see more Chris, man. I want to see more Marcus Chris, man. J. King.
Yeah, when they put him in,
there's no way in hell you can convince me that Dwight Powell is a better player than Marquise Chris. There's no way you can convince me that. Marquise Chris was a lottery pick. He was 8th pick in the draft, in his expected draft. Dwight Powell was barely a second-round pick, and I mean barely. He's in the high 50s. Look at him. It's just all over the place.
Yeah, man, it's bad. Tonight was bad. Give it back, Dwight Powell. Okay, JB coming to the basket.
JP tried to keep him in it, got him back, but just ran out of gas. I mean, it's basically right now without KP, it's a 2-man show out there. It's JB and Luka that have to carry this thing, and
you don't have Tim's 7 to 50. I'm sorry, 7 to 20 points tonight.
So they're gonna have to make a trade to get a shooter off of there. Whether it's maybe I don't want it, but you may have to try to get Kimba, maybe a Kimba deal to see if he got anything left with that exception.
Yeah, I'm not giving up Jalen Brunson unless it's a really good player.
No, I'm talking about with the trade extension. I'm not giving up Jalen Brunson for Kimber. I'm talking about with that 10.9. If they just want to get him off because he's not playing. The sniper alert.
No, sniper
boy,
mode.
Boy, you want to be some bad defense, Luke. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Watch this right here.
I mean, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, Luke. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And this is one right here where Lucas should have took his head down and just went to the basket. You know,
he took the shot way back there.
That's
that hero ball.
Because you didn't need a 3. Oh, you could have drove him to the ring and pulled up for a 2, and you probably would have hit it. Look at that right in the mouth.
Oh,
yeah, man. Yeah, man.
He's gonna back him down. I think he put 2 on him right here. Oh, yeah, man. He failed. Yeah, let me get him.
Yeah, man. Hold on.
Come on, man. Come on, Sean. Come on, Sean.
Yeah. You know who I am? You know who I am now? Yeah, man.
Look at this. I bet if Lucas saw some dumplings, he would have been the best.
Come on, man. This is gonna be the bash Luka night. Sean, is it that easy? The man had 40, 10, and 6. How about we bash Dwight Powell? See, I told you I wasn't gonna do this, and I wasn't gonna do this. I used to be the guy that used to bash Dirk. Dirk doing his hardest, putting in 30 or 40 points. Yeah, he's a bad defender. But you had a lot of guys on that team doing Dirk's career just stealing money. How about we go after guys like Dory who played 43 minutes and got 3 points? He got 3 points.
Oh man. I'm afraid to go to the stats and facts right now.
Dwight Powell played 13. He picked up 4 fouls in 13 minutes. So if you divide that up, what is that? He picked up a foul every what?
Wait, man, that's too I played that too premature. Hold on. I played that too premature.
He picked up a foul every 4 minutes. No man. The NBA on NBC thing ain't even gonna get me going on this.
It can't even get you excited. Hold on, let's
no man. You can't lose to OKC and think that's man.
Hold on, man. There we go. Let me create
you know when that thing came out, that wasn't a franchise in OKC. They were still in Seattle. Man, hey man, hold up. Just me saying this, if anybody that's important out there as far as the NBA, man, y'all need to bring a franchise back to Seattle, Washington, man. Come on, man. That's a basketball town. You got a lot of cities in the NBA. They don't deserve a franchise. You know, you got some up in Canada that ain't got people in the arena. You know, you got other franchises like in Sacramento. They're sitting up on their 16 straight losing seasons without a playoff run, and then you got Seattle just crying for a franchise, and the NBA won't give them none. But anyway,
hold on, man. Let me turn.
And put on my glasses so I can look educated. Yeah, people out there. It's me and Walter, the glasses brothers. Both of us got.
I know, right? You gotta put them on tonight.
Both of us blind as hell. No, I need to take them off because I want to. I took them off because I didn't want to see them highlights. Now I put them back on.
This one didn't come up on YouTube over here on the deal, but it says, "Can we really bash Dwight? I think Dwight knows he sucks."
No, I don't think he does. I don't think he truly does, because Cuban tells him in the paper. Anybody don't know he's just on the radio. You just don't understand the things he does for this basketball thing. You can't put him on the stat line. He actually did say that this past summer. So.
Oh, Shane says he got his glasses on too. I know, Shane. I gotta look at him. I gotta put my glasses on, read these numbers tonight. Jesus Christ. You know what? And the number, hold on, man. The numbers really aren't even that bad on the deal tonight.
Just good
really
God,
not that
man. Oh, you, well.
Okay, so check this out. All right, let's start from the top. Okay, well, this number's bad. Dwight Powell, 4 points in 13 minutes.
Yeah, he got 4 fouls also in 4 minutes. He picked up a foul every 4 minutes and 30 seconds. He picked up a foul. I mean, a foul every 4 minutes, man. I got 4 minutes to pick up 4 fouls. I mean, Jesus, man, come on. I mean, and this guy start. I mean, I know KP's hurt, but he's your first option to come off the bench.
Right.
Is him. I mean, the first option you say, look, I mean, he can't play defense. He can't rebound. He can't score. All he can do is catch lobs when nobody pays attention to him. They either paying attention to Luka or JB. I mean, why is he out there? I'm serious. Why the heck is he out there?
3 dudes over 20 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marquise Chris really should have got more playing time tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, and hold on. Dwight Powell played 13 minutes. He got 4 points. Marquise Chris played 14 minutes. He got 6 points.
6 points. Yeah, they basically did the same guy. But I'm just wondering if you give Marquise Chris, let's just say give him 20 minutes and see what he comes up with. I think he can get you 10 and 6. I truly believe he can get you 10 and 6 in 20 minutes. But what do I know? Reggie Book had a good night.
Well, yeah. Oh, we'll get to him in a minute. Luka, 40 and 10 tonight.
40, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, 43 minutes.
Yeah, 43 minutes. I mean, can I really blame other than his defense tonight?
The defense wasn't that good, but hey,
suspect.
Hey, but when you got it, but it goes even further down when you got to do all the scoring. I mean, no Timmy, no KP. It's basically him and Jalen just got to carry the scoring on the team. So that's why I said Lucas got until KP gets back. I don't know when he's got to be a scorer, and really Jalen does too. They got to be scored. I mean, you sitting up there kicking out the door and on these corner threes, and he's building house. In South Dallas. So is Maxie, just building houses up in North Park. Just a shame, man. Just a shame. Let's go to Maxie while we talk about Maxie. Maxie, 42 minutes.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let you do this one because you want to be on you on Maxie head tonight.
Yeah, Maxie, 42 minutes. He had 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. Not good enough. It's just not good enough. 42 minutes, you need at least have about 20 points. At least 20 points. I mean, I don't know what his percentage was, but he missed a lot of shots. Wasn't aggressive on defense again. People went around him. Just a bad night for Max. Bad back-to-back bad night. Man, you need to get as far away from your birthday as you can, Max. I don't know what's going on.
Come on, man. Don't blame it on the man's birthday. The man just turned a year older. That's all, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. It looked like he turned 10 years old. Like he is now. Hey, sometimes you just go and you just know it's over. You know, maybe it's over for him. I don't know. Go ahead, Walt. Go ahead, man.
I was shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if Maxie didn't. If we didn't trade Maxie.
I don't care. Whatever.
You know what? Listen, man. I know y'all think trades are not easy like that. People, you can't just call over somebody. Listen, if you think he sucks, I'm pretty sure the other team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 29 other teams probably think he sucks.
Yeah, they like we don't want.
Hey, listen, guys. John, everybody has scouts, and they all go to games. You know, yeah. especially during this time, they all looking at every team has scouts in every arena looking at players because it's trade season. So They looking who can play, who can't.
You ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing. That's probably why they haven't traded Jalen Brunson or Dorian Finney-Smith. They probably like when you call up and be like, "Hey man, we're gonna give you Dorian Finney-Smith." They like, "Okay, what do you want? A second round pick?" They're like, "No, we want a player." Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. When you play 43 minutes, you only get 3 points. Yeah, that's basic. Yeah, you. I don't think you can get. I don't think you can get a human for that. Yeah, you're right. I don't think you get a human. I don't know if you can get half a pick for that. Do they got 3rd round picks in the NBA? Huh?
Hold on, man. I just wanted your. It's saying somebody's messaged me saying it's not letting them comment. They coming on YouTube. It's not letting them comment, but I mean everybody else is commenting through YouTube. Shane's commenting.
Yeah, man.
I don't have the chat is on.
I don't know what to tell you, bro. No, just keep trying. No,
unless you're not going through the app. That's the only thing I can think.
Yeah, man, keep trying. We love to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely, always. Now let's get back to this real quick. Jalen Brunson had 20 points tonight, 43 minutes.
Yeah, good. He and Jalen really took control when Luka was out, brought him back. But just wasn't enough, man. And he's gonna have to increase his scoring load. He may have to become a 25 to 30 point player for the time being until KP gets back. So it's the Luka and Jalen show for now.
He said you got to log in and sub the comment. Okay, let me let him know. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. He said, "Oh no." He said, "Oh, I'm on." Okay, Dylan, I had to go through YouTube, not the link on Facebook. Okay, when I clicked on the link on Facebook, it took me right to it. Maybe because it's my page, I guess.
What's up, Dylan?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, now that we got that figured out, I'll make sure I tell everybody. Go through YouTube who can't comment. But yeah, so Jalen pretty much kept him in the game.
Yep.
I mean, he did his part. Now, you killing Max, he gave you 10 points tonight. I guess not good. But here's a shocker. This is the second time in a couple games this happened. Reggie Bullock has 23 points tonight.
Yeah, man. Reggie was in pure sniper alert, man. Whatever he's eating, he need to give Dorian and Maxie some of it, or whatever he's doing. If whatever underwear he's putting on his behind, buy Dorian a pair of drawers, and Maxie a pair of drawers or something. Whatever's happening, because he need to give them some of that. He was good tonight. 23. He's
actually played pretty good the last few games.
8 rebounds, good rebounder tonight. Had an assist. Good night for him, man. Can't complain.
Well, Kendrick, I'm gonna click on this, but I'm gonna warn you, they probably don't have your interviews tonight.
I don't know if they even want to go on interviews after this.
Oh, I take that back. They do. They said we got to get out of here early.
Oh, yes, no.
In the paint. Don't know if that's good or bad thing. Listen, you shouldn't need KP to beat the Oklahoma City.
It's bad. You shouldn't listen, Dylan. You shouldn't need KP to beat that team.
You got that picture? You got that picture? Go put that picture up.
Oh, sure. No problem. No problem, Walt. No problem. Who he play for? Well, we know who he play for. Now put that picture up.
There you go. That guy right there should not have 30 points on anybody.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He just made him about $15 million tonight. If he was a free agent, he just made about $15 million with this game, man.
Oh, look, we got Mike Massey. Mike Massey made it home. All right, hey Mike, stay right there real quick. I'm gonna invite Mike in because I want to talk about something with Mike.
Yeah, Mike, we depressed. We depressed. I don't know what to do, man. I don't really know what to do. I'm in my wits end. Mike, get on the show. Maybe you have something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mike, I want you to join, but hold on. Let me do these interviews real quick. These post-game interviews. We got to hear this.
Let me ask Mike. He going to work tomorrow? Mike need to ask Kay, can we do the show remotely from my house like we did during COVID?
I mean, they could. All right, yeah. Let me just do these interviews real quick, Mike. Stay right there. Let me get these interviews down because I want to talk about something. You had some good points earlier on air that I want to talk about, but let me get these interviews out of the way real quick. All right, so we got Coach Kidd first.
Coach Kidd trying to read his paper and say, "Good God, this is what
my God! Look at Mike. I'll work. I'm not capable." Man, let's go to Coach Kidd real quick, man. Hold on, man. Let me get over here to Coach Kidd real quick. Ruffling the paper's kind of hard, ain't it?
Jump to the questions. What'd you think of the last three possessions in regulation? Them scoring, y'all scoring, them getting that design play with about 8 seconds, and then the shot that Luka took that missed.
Yeah, we scored, put ourselves in position, knowing we don't want to give up a three in that situation. We were in that situation in Sacramento, so heck of a pass, heck of a play, heck of a finish for them. And then we just went through this in Oklahoma, and we walked through it, giving Luka the ball, the opportunity to make a decision, and he had a good look.
Do you like him taking? I mean, obviously he's hit that type of step back like plenty of times before. That's kind of his fame shot. Do you still want him attacking? Is that a situation where you just trust what he feels is best?
Yeah, he's our best player, and we trust that he's going to get a good look, and he did. He makes that shot. So great look. We were prepared for them to hit. If they didn't hit, it's his ball. He got a clean look.
Jason, the second chance points were pretty big disparity in them tonight. What were they doing rebounding wise, or what were y'all not doing that was making it so tough to play?
Yeah, they just played harder than we did. We got in foul trouble. DP got in foul trouble, but they just played harder, for majority of the game than we did. When it got tight there, we started to play better, and we got the rebounds, and that's one of the areas that we've been struggling with. It's not so much the defense; it's just finishing the plays. And tonight there was carryover. We just couldn't get the rebound, and that we started the game giving up 2 offensive rebounds to them, and they play hard. But we put ourselves in a position just like Orlando to find a way to win. Someone had to make a shot. Someone did. It's just that we just couldn't get the stop on the other end.
We got one. Adi, go ahead.
Hey, Jason, was that their last bucket there in regulation where they kind of caught Luka napping or something there? Was that kind of a synopsis of what's going on defensively for you guys, not just tonight, but for several games now?
Yeah, it's a heck of a play. It's a great read for the passer. He throws a great pass and then convert the layup. But it doesn't hurt us. We still have the ball to win. And so we just, again, they played hard, and you got to give them credit. And we talked about that before the game, is that they're going to play hard if they're winning or losing. And we saw that tonight.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
I don't know why you got that damn Lou Dort picture up on the screen again. Man. All right, so we got Mike Bassick joining us, and it's kind of fitting because Mike Bassick was actually inside the arena tonight. And Mike, I want to apologize to you for the Mavericks holding you hostage during the middle of a snow blizzard storm that's about to happen out there. You should just let y'all go home instead of out there front running and taking an L like that tonight.
Well, I did have a lot of fun with my son.
Uh-huh.
We were Derek Holland gave us the tickets, and his season tickets are 3 rows, from the court. So I mean, it was.
Hey, Mike, look like anybody can sit where they wanted to tonight. That wasn't a packed house at all.
It was maybe half full, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
The upper deck was probably 10% full. And obviously that's because of the weather. I mean, the Mavs have played pretty good basketball, obviously, since, I don't know, mid-December-ish or so. But right now, Orlando has 11 wins and Oklahoma City has 16. You have more wins than those two teams combined, and you just went 0-2 in those games. But here's the good thing. I'm going to turn this into a positive, Walt. Here's where I'm going to turn it into a positive.
Okay.
I don't know if Nico has any say in anything. He might just be standing there and looks at Mark Cuban and says, "What do you want me to do?" And Mark says, "I don't care. I hired you to look like we have a general manager. I'm really running the show." But hopefully whoever's in Mark's ear, Cuban's ear, says, "Do you see this crap? Do you really think in the playoffs? I mean, how many open shots is Dorian Finney-Smith and Maxi Kleba and Reggie Bullock going to miss?" And I get like, hey, Porzingis is going to be on the team, hopefully in the playoffs, but I don't know if he's going to play all 7 games. I mean, that's wishful thinking that he can play 7 games in a row. And he's not going to be effective all the time. He's a good player, but he's not, an all-star player. So when you look at this, you have to go, hey, guys, this isn't good enough. Jalen Brunson, and we'll bring up this, Walt. When you start looking around the NBA at guards in the NBA, he's maybe at best the 25th guard or 23rd guard in the NBA. So, hey, he's having a very good year, but let's put it into perspective. When you start going down the list of guards in the NBA, he's at best the 23rd, at best, right. Very best. And that's ranking him over Darius Garland, Marcus Smart. I do think like right now he's maybe better than Desmond Bane, but Desmond Bane might end up being better than him over the next 8 to 10 years. But right now he's better than him. But you start going to, I have him better just to be conservative on the show so I wouldn't take crap. I put him better than Michael Conley Jr., who made the All-Star team last year. I mean, that's who we're about to pay $20-something million. I get we have to because we don't have much talent on this team. We can't lose them for nothing. Dorian Finney-Smith wants $15 million. Good luck, man. Like, I mean, I don't know who's going to give it to him. We probably will. We gave Dwight Powell $11 million. I mean, we gave him $6 million more per year than he's worth. But
okay, so Mike, the reason why I wanted to have you on was because of that conversation you were having on KNC earlier, and the was it last night, Kendrick, or Sunday? We were talking about this, and I said, man, the Mavericks really made a mistake at paying Tim Hardaway that money. You don't pay a guy like Tim that kind of money. You can find Tim Hardaways in the league all day. You can't. First off, you drafted Jalen Brunson. That's your glue guy. You take care of your glue guy. That's the guy you pay. You don't pay Tim Hardaway over Jalen Brunson. That was a terrible mistake. Right. And I heard you say earlier that they were trying to move Tim, but Tim got hurt. So now you can't move Tim. So now you're stuck.
We're like the Knicks again.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a Tim Hardaway bad contract. You can move him. You just have to right now, somebody will be like, hey, we'll take Tim Hardaway Jr., but you have to give us Jalen Brunson, and then you're not going to get much back, Right. And so that's where you're at with it. And, and I'm not saying everybody would say Jalen Brunson's, super awesome or anything, but, what Jalen Brunson is somewhat doing after this year is over, if he's not getting you 18 points and 6 assists a game, that's a bad contract. It's an unbelievable contract right now for, $1 million and change. What you're getting from Brunson is unbelievable. Once you go to 20 million, you got to perform like a $20 million player. Like right. Porzingis was getting paid $20 million. Porzingis would be a hell of a basketball player. Doesn't make him like better or worse, but you'd be like, well, for that money, that's a hell of a deal. But once you get to 33 million on Porzingis, you're like, well, he's not a $33 million player.
Mike, I just have the Tim Hardaway deal is that, and me and Kendrick talked about this last night. You paid him starter money and you have him coming off the bench.
Well, he's a horrible defender.
Right.
He he, you know, when
Him
he
and
touches
Luka-
the
him and
ball,
Luka
he's
backcourt
going to
doesn't
shoot
work.
it.
Right. The him and Luka backcourt doesn't work at all. They're
No,
work.
Luka was horrible on defense tonight.
Oh my
Oh.
god. Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
Who was good on defense, Mike?
No,
Mike,
who was
you
who?
better
It wasn't nobody good on defense tonight.
No, we were
part of
bad rebounding. Walt, you've talked about this before. That's an athletic team, and that gives a Mavs team a lot of problems because
Right.
let's face it, Luka's does not want to play at that pace. Brunson doesn't want to play at that pace.
No.
You know, Kleba does not want to play at that pace. Maybe Dorian Finney-Smith and Bullock can play at that pace that are getting major minutes on your team right now. But
Well, I don't know, Mike. I mean, he may not want to play at his pace. He had 43 minutes. He had 3 points in 43 minutes. I mean,
let me ask you this, because I haven't seen a box score. You guys probably have it pulled up. I was just there. What did Reggie Bullock shoot? I know he had 23 points. What did he shoot from three? And what did Dorian Finney-Smith shoot from three? Because it felt like both of them combined to miss at least 12 three-pointers.
You got it, Kendrick? I don't have
Oh, I'm trying to pull it up right now.
And what do you do if you're – I mean, Luka has to play better defense, but it's very – you could see on his face how frustrating it was to pass the ball to those guys, and they just kept missing shots. And then, I mean, I like Josh Green as a prospect. That dude, if he hits rim 50% on the time on a three-pointer, it's successful. Like, I mean, he airballs or hits backboard almost 50% of the time when he shoots a three-pointer.
Who's that you said, Mike? Who does that?
Josh Green.
Oh my god. Well, okay. I'm glad you brought that up. And I've told Kendrick this. I don't know if you agree with me, but Josh Green honestly needs to start. And I'm going to tell you why he needs to start. For his defense. I need him on the floor for his defense. And the fact that they're not giving him minutes, he would have helped out tonight. His defense would have helped out a whole lot tonight out there. You could have put him on Dort tonight.
I think I hear what you're saying, Walt, and you have a point. But when I was sitting third row there, they weren't guarding him. So I think for Jason Kidd, it puts him in a tough predicament that he actually has a person out there that the other team doesn't respect at all. I'm not saying they should respect Dorian Finney-Smith. Hell, I don't know if he would have hit a three-pointer if you'd have given him 40 attempts tonight. But, you know, and Reggie Bullock was, honestly, he was open a lot. He did make some threes because he had 23 points, but he missed a whole bunch of threes,
He missed a lot of threes.
And
sniper mode wasn't in effect. But another reason why I put Josh Green on the floor is because Josh Green is actually a good passer.
Yeah, in fact, Mikey, I think he may be their second or third best passer on the team. I mean, legitimate, their second and third. He is creative with the basketball when it comes to creating offense for other people. That's why I put him a step. Well, I mean, Walt wants. I'd rather him play instead of Dorian. He wants to play next. I'd rather play instead of Dorian because listen, Dorian can't dribble. He can't pass. That's nothing crazy. If he's not hitting his Stanford jump shot, he's basically, in my mind, a useless player. And right now, in the last 2 weeks, his defense has decreased. So basically, what is he? I mean, what is he except just a guy just standing out there, just taking up space? He basically clogs up the lane for Luka and JB because, like you said, with Josh Green, they don't guard him now. I mean, you were there. He must have had Dorian must have had at least about 10 open threes where he was just strictly practice shots and he bricked basically all of them. Yeah.
I mean, when you look at it, and I don't want to take Luka off the hook here because his defense led to the loss too. Offensively, he was very good. Defensively, he was very bad. But when you watch the other team shoot the basketball, I wonder if we're the worst three-point shooting team in the NBA. Is there a team worse than us at shooting threes?
Well, Mikey, tonight they shot at Oklahoma City shot 40 about 46% from three, and we shot 33% from three.
33% is way better than I thought.
I mean, 14 out of 43. 32.6. You round up 33%. Yeah.
And they're open. Look, for the most part, they're open looks too.
And also the most astonishing stat in my mind was the total rebound, 50 to 39.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Shane says between 6 and 18 between Bullock and Dodo, and they were 2 of 9. They were combined 2 of 9 in the fourth quarter.
Not gonna
Well,
get it done.
I don't know what to say about that because I'm going to tell you that's better than what it felt like watching the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if that was better when it felt like Mike, because just like the Orlando game, they couldn't. It wasn't like those guys would shoot contested threes. These were open shots, and like you, Mike, I'm a fan of basketball. I see other guys on other teams knock those shots down. I mean,
well, they
all
came
across
in
the
Orlando.
league.
They came in Orlando front running. They didn't take Orlando serious. And Orlando got on their ass real quick. They was like, "Oh, we got this one."
Well, I tell you what,
like,
Walt.
wait. And then it was like, "Oh wait, Orlando actually wants to play basketball tonight."
I tell you what, Walt, they aren't good enough to not take anybody not serious. We talked about just a minute ago, Walt. If you just take off Luka, JB, I mean, right now as the team consists now, if you just take those two guys off, I can tell you that Oklahoma City's team, even without Skills Alexander, is a far better, more talented team than what the Mavericks throw out there. If you take Luka and JB off the floor and just put it like this, put from three guys down 3 to 15 to our 3 to 15, I can really tell you that they are more talented basketball club than we are.
I'm going to be so disappointed, guys, and I don't know what to expect. I mean, teams have to want our other guys, and I don't think other teams want our other guys. But if we get to 8 days from now and the Mavericks are the exact same team, I don't know how the organization really expects them to win a series. And it's just because when you play a team 7 games,
right,
you start forcing the ball to their weakness.
Right.
And we saw it last year with the Clippers, and the Mavericks couldn't play any better than that. But they started saying, all right, fine, Luka's not going to beat us. We're going to play pretty much 3 defenders versus 4 guys. And we couldn't beat them. And so when it comes playoff time, I think my buddy Reggie Atatula, who's on the show, we talk off the air a little bit, and he says, you know what the Mavericks are reminding him of, not these last 2 games, is that they're trying really hard on defense, like the New York Knicks. And they're trying harder than other teams in the regular season. So when you get to the playoffs, the other teams are going to try that hard on defense too. And so now you don't have an advantage as really a better defensive team. You just tried harder in the regular season, which is good because, let's face it, Luka's not a good defender. KP's not a good defender. He has defensive qualities and blocking shots and stuff, but he's not a good defender. They'll try to put him in pick and roll situations and put him out in the perimeter to guard like a Dort, like, hey, just put him in a pick and roll and make him guard, and obviously that team's never going to be in the playoffs, but put him in a pick and roll and make him guard Ja Morant and see what happens, type of situation. And so Kleba tries hard on defense. He's a solid defender, but not a great defender. Dorian Finney-Smith is a solid defender, but not a great defender. Bullock is a good defender. Jalen Brunson, they have to take him off the court. Think about this. We're about to give him $20-something million. And in the final minutes of the game, if there's a possession where we have a timeout, we're like, all right, dead ball, get Brunson off of the court, put in a Josh Green or put in somebody who can play defense. And then if they do make it, call a timeout and put him back into the game, Jalen Brunson. And he's trying hard on defense. He's just limited because of his size and speed.
He's too small. Yeah, he's too small.
And Mikey, that's stemmed my problem. They don't have any two-way players on this basketball team. Isn't that the problem? They don't have a two-way player. That's why me and Walt try to push for DeMar DeRozan. I mean, see how DeMar DeRozan's defense has increased this season. His defense rating has increased this week, and we push for him. And it's been this problem really since the Dirk era. They got offensive players. Their highest paid players are offensive players, and then they got a bunch of defensive specialists. But there's never a two-way guy that can legitimately do both. And that's what I'm looking for. Can the Mavericks get a guy that can legitimately do both, or do they have within these next 2 to 3 years of Luka being here? Because I'm convinced that in 4 years, if this thing don't improve, he's just going to walk to LA. Regardless.
Well, we got a question here from Mike. He says, "Ask Mike why Luka will stay here for the next deal, please."
He won't.
He won't. Yeah, he won't.
I mean, I would put it at a 90% chance, just because I don't trust this front office. I would say that he plays almost his contract. He's not going to sign an extension, which is going to put a lot of pressure on the Mavs. And then he's gone, because I don't see how we're going to get – I'll just put it to Milwaukee, because it looked like the Greek Freak was possibly going to leave. We don't have Chris Middleton on this team, and we're not going to trade for Drew Holiday.
That is a lie. That is a big-time lie. I was the main person who wanted DeMar DeRozan. That's a lie.
And Mikey, you know what those two guys are? They're good two-way players. Chris Middleton is a good two-way player. He can guard and he can score. And that's what this team doesn't have. I want to ask you this, Mikey. So if you do say that they go and pay Jalen Brunson, so you will have your top 4 guys all getting that money, and all 4 of them are bad defenders.
Well, we're going to trade Tim. If Jalen Brunson gets a contract, we're trading Tim. You can guarantee that. That's happening.
If somebody wants him.
He might. They'll find a way to trade him. He's gone. He's gone if they play Jalen Brunson.
It's frustrating, because it's the toughest thing to do is to get the superstar. And we do have Luka, and Luka needs to mature, and Luka needs to improve, and Luka needs to get in better shape. I mean, there's a lot of things that Luka needs to do to take his game to MVP status, because right now he's kind of, first, second team All-NBA. I don't think he's going to make first team All-NBA this year. I think he's probably going to make second team All-NBA, because the stats are going to be there. But I just look at the rest of it and I go, this doesn't work. Like, I know, let's just go to other teams real quick. The Boston Celtics, they make it to a conference finals really quick with, Tatum and Brown. But at this point, if Boston loses in the first round, what are you guys doing? It's proven. Those two guys together don't work. And
it's like Davis and McCullum. They don't work.
Yeah, and so if at the end of this season, if the Mavericks lose in the first round, which looks very likely right now, why would you run Porzingis and Luka back? Why would you try to run this team back? It's proven. Dorian Finney-Smith is close to 30 years old. He's not closer to – he's close. These guys – Maxi Kleber has about 4 years left in the NBA, and his career is over. So, I mean, like, these guys are around 30 years old. We're not a young team. This is a team in their prime.
Anybody's listening out there, as much as Cuban tries to lie and tell you this is a young team, this is a base of 30-year-old
middle-aged team.
These guys are in their prime. Maxi, Dorian, Dwight, hopeless as he is, most of these guys, they aren't getting any better. This is who they are. There's not going to be a uptick. Now, you may see Lucas may have an uptick, but he can get better. JB can get better. But the rest of these guys, they can't get better. This is who they are. So what you see from Dorian, if you pay him money, that's the player he's going to be. He ain't changing. And that's a scary thing that I don't think Cuban understands. As far as, I don't know if you think that way, Mike.
Hey, Mike, let me tell you this now. I brought this up last night when we were doing the Spaces deal, and I said I really hated to go here. I don't want to go there with this. I hate to make this a racial deal, but you got to understand something. The NBA, for the most part, most of their champions are black. I mean, I'm
not arguing that.
we've only had two white players that won championship. One's Dirk and the other one's Larry Bird. That's it. I mean, I'm just saying, since the
Yeah,
league
he's the best player on their team. Yeah.
Since the league has become more culturally diverse. It's been those two.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, I was wrong on this. It was 1998, and I go, if we draft another white person, I'm going to throw up. I mean, it was, and we traded for Dirk Nowitzki, and I was ticked, but it ended up working out. Let me ask you this, Walt.
Mm-hmm.
What you just said is true. I mean, it's a fact. From 1980 to 2020, you've had Larry Bird lead a championship team and Dirk lead a championship team. What is your main point though from that? Like we should not build around Luka, or
I'm
you
just
saying we have too many white guys on this team?
I'm just saying, like, the team is Mark Cuban keeps wanting to build with it's essentially he keeps building with white guys, and it's like, I understand that's cool and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that, but I just need you to understand most common NBA champions are black. So I mean, Luka, like I say, Luka might win us a championship. He might share the mode again, but you're building with something that's only happened really 2 times in the NBA. Yes, you got it with one of the guys, but you got to understand something. When you did it with that guy, you had a team full of black guys around him, though.
Well, and I think, Walt, to maybe further on your point, which I agree with, is I can build a championship around Luka. I think most general managers would say Luka is one of the 5 guys I want to build a team around right now. But when they build that team around, that Porzingis is not a good fit as a second guy. Brunson's not a good fit as the other guy. Like, that's just not enough talent. And then to, Kendrick, your point is these other – it doesn't make sense. The way you're building around Luka doesn't make sense. And so that's where, Walt, like, I'll agree with you in, hey, Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, and that's almost a 40-year history, or is a 40-year history. But I can build around Luka and win a championship, and I think all general managers would say I can, but they would probably look at the way the Mavericks are built right now and go, that team doesn't make sense around Luka. Just like if you were building around the Greek Freak who just won a championship, you would say, we better have some three-point shooters because he does not threaten a team at all from distance. And so when you look at their team, they made sure to not clog up the paint, get athletic guys with them, play at a pace where they can play fast, but those guys that are playing with him can catch and shoot the ball. Or, it's very tough in the NBA to work off the dribble and be able to shoot a 3, and they have a guy in Middleton who can do that and can shoot the mid-range. So I would just say I'm not opposed to building a championship team around Luka. I would bet a lot of money that Luka will win a championship in his career as the main guy on the team, but it won't be pretty much out of the guys on this team. If the Mavericks are going to do it, I would say maybe 3 guys on this team would still be on this team when they win it. Maybe 3, and maybe 0. It might be like 10 other guys, and I'm not counting like Frank Ntilikina if he's on the team when we win it. Like, he doesn't really do anything to help you win or lose a game. So I would say this has to be an overhaul rebuild around Luka, and I don't think Mark Cuban can do it. He's not smart enough to do it. I don't know about Nico. I don't know if he is smart enough or not smart enough. And then I don't know if he even has the power to start building a new team around Luka.
Well, he's not gonna do it with KP. It's not gonna be him and KP aren't gonna win. Like you said, they're not. If they can't do anything this season, you got to move on from it. But they're not. Those two are not gonna win. And back to Dirk. When Dirk won the championship, he had a team full of brothers around him. Let's just be honest. I mean, that whole team, it was Dirk, and then the rest was brothers, and those were the gritty, tough brothers that you sent out there to do them dirty, to do the dirty work. And that maybe what he needs to go back to the formula with Luka. I gotta put some. Not only were those were ballers too that they put around Dirk. I got ballers, and I got guys that's gonna go out there and do them dirty when I need them to. and that opens up for my guy Dirk to pretty much do whatever he want to do.
Well, let me ask you this, Mike. What do you foresee them doing at the trade deadline? Because they do have a trade exemption, a 10.9 trade exemption. We've heard a lot of things coming out for Dorian. I guess Jalen Brunson, according to Cuban, is off the table. They're going to try to pay him, whatever. We heard some things about Maxey. What do you foresee them doing? A small deal, maybe the buyout situation, maybe they use that trade exemption. What do you see?
I see this team. If I had to bet money, it's going to be the exact same team on February 11th that we saw play tonight. I hope I'm wrong, but I think Mark Cuban has lost his I guess to me, I don't think he's very smart. I think he loves basketball, but I don't think he's a smart basketball person. And then I think he's lost a lot of his passion to win because he's already won. The money's flowing in. And I just don't think that he really has the passion or spirit or will to do what – I'm not saying he did it. I mean, I think it was Don and Donnie, and then Mark was the third person in the room. But, I mean, when you just go over the history of when he bought the Mavs and he had Finley and Nash and Dirk already there, they immediately trade for Juwan Howard. Juwan Howard doesn't work out. They trade for Van Exel and the Friends. That doesn't work out. They go with the Antoines. That doesn't work out. They go with Devin Harris and Jerry Stackhouse and Jason Terry and Eric Dampier. It almost won. That didn't work out. They move on to, Caron Butler and Sean Marion. Then they get Tyson Chandler and Jason Kidd. It does work out. And then he blew it up. And since then, he doesn't want to work very hard. And I mean, that's from 2001 to 2011. It was transaction after transaction to try to get there. And now it's, I don't think Tyson Chandler and Sean Marion and Jason Kidd and Jason Terry are good enough. But I do think Maxi Kleber and Dwight Powell and Dorian Finney-Smith are good enough. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life, but he's doing it that way. And so somehow he believes that those guys that have been in this organization for 4 or 5 years that are at best 15-minute role players off the bench on a championship team, he thinks they're championship guys that can play 25 to 35 minutes a night. And it blows my mind away that he believes that, but he does. And as a fan, there's nothing we can do except sit here and watch it lose in the first round and hope at some point he wakes up.
Well, unfortunately, Mike, I don't know who that is that wakes him up. Is that Kidd or Nico or Finley? I mean, maybe it's Luka that steps up and say, "Hey, we need to have a conversation." Maybe come to Jesus meeting. Hey, if you don't fix this, I'm out. I don't know. Is that where that comes from? Because obviously he's not listening to anybody so far about as for the future of this team.
I'm hoping that Jason Kidd has I think he does. I think Jason Kidd would go to Mark Cuban and say, I can't ultimately win with this talent. I'll coach it, and I'll try my best, but you're asking too much of these guys. They're not good enough to do it. It would be like, I know it's, me, and I was, not a very good major leaguer, but I did make it. But it'd be like putting me in the 7th inning and asking me to get out in his prime Ken Griffey Jr. Like, that's a stupid decision, not by me. I'm going to try my best. I'm going to give it all I got. But that's a bad matchup. You put in a below-average major leaguer against an all-star. And when it comes playoff time, we're asking below-average NBA players to beat above-average NBA players.
Right.
Well, Kidd made it known when he got here that he doesn't want to be involved in any front office stuff. So maybe he might have to change that attitude if he wants to get something going. But he made that known. Like, I don't want to be involved in that. I just want to coach the team.
Yeah.
And let those guys up there handle that. Well, and
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, Mike, quick question I want to ask you, because I want to go back to that when you're talking about the passion thing with Cuban. With that, so like you say, I think you emphasized that when he won, I guess he won the championship. I guess he lost the passion for actually putting in the work. Because when Cuban first got here, I think the passion was there only in the natures that people thought, well, who is this dude? He's at that time a young owner. And I think it was more passion to prove people wrong. That he could win in the, his way of thinking could win in the NBA, and eventually he did. And then when he, like you said, eventually won, then that passion was gone. He was like I remember you said something about, well, what's next on the bucket list? He's a guy that looks for different adventures in his life. I don't know I think basketball is a passion as a fan for him, but I don't think it's like something that's a lifelong where I'm dug in, I'm a basketball guy or something like that. I think this is just like a venture, something that on a bucket list that he wants to prove, and I think he's done that. And as a fan, is that where you go? Is you want to say, I don't know, be this drastic, say, dude, if that's the case, just sell a team. If that's how you look at the team, and just because he's halfway. He's at Mavs games. He's not at Mavs games like he used to be. He's got other things going on.
Every time I look down on the floor, he there.
Okay.
It's hardly ever I don't ever see him in a Mavs game. He's there.
He wasn't there tonight, but
I don't blame him, Mike. I listen. OKC can't get me at my house, rain, sleet, or no snow on a Wednesday night. Just can't do it.
Well, I would say that for Mark Cuban, he's never going to sell this team. I think it goes to the other sport, football. And I thought Brian Broaddus made a good point today on 105.3 The Fan. I was listening at one point. He said, when Stephen Jones is at the Senior Bowl and he's talking about, he's kind of talking about pretty much releasing DeMarcus Lawrence because he was comparing him to DeMarcus Ware. And unfortunately, we don't want to maybe mess up the cap later down the road more to keep DeMarcus Lawrence, to keep Amari Cooper. Well, Brian Broaddus said, you can talk like that when your job's never in jeopardy. If you're a real general manager or a real person running a team and you go, oh, you know what? Let's just release these guys and see if we can do okay with these guys. Well, if it doesn't work out, 1 year later, you're fired and you're out of the NFL. Right. And for Mark Cuban, so what? If I'm not going to sell the team. He's probably making $200 million a year off of revenue off the Mavericks. And so he's like, so what? If I sign Dorian Finney-Smith or don't sign him, if I sign Jalen Brunson or don't sign him, I don't care. Like, people show up. I still get the TV money. I can't get fired. I still get my front row seat, Nico, I don't know. I'm hoping Nico has the balls and the guts to say, this was a lifelong goal of mine. If I was going to leave Nike, it was going to be to somewhat see if I could build a basketball team that could win. And so I would hope that Nico would say the way that it was presented to us as a fan was Nico didn't have to do this. Nico didn't want to do this. Right. But it's like, okay, if you're going to present me the opportunity to really run a basketball team, I'll do it. I'll leave Nike for this. Well, I'm hoping that now that he's seen this team play 50 games, that he's not blind and can see that this team is good enough to make the playoffs, and that's it. And it's never going to be any better. Never. And so we better change a lot of this. Take risk. So if it becomes worse, so what? We know that this doesn't work.
Right.
And breaking news: Rich Dalrymple retired tonight from being the Cowboys. Was it head of communications, media? VP of Public Relations and Communications. Rich Dalrymple retired. So there'll be no more. Fix this shit, Rich.
Good run from Rich Phillips. I mean, if he'll never write a book. That's why the Jones family gave him about $20 or $30 million for his life. But I bet all the stories that he has and all the cover-ups
Rich knows where all the bones are buried.
Yeah, he knows where all the bodies are. 32 seasons, Mike, he gave the Dallas Cowboys. And
32 seasons. Okay, I'm way off. I bet he has $50 million from the Cowboys for covering up players' mistakes, the Jones family mistakes, and I'm not talking about on the football field. I'm talking about the off football field things that we hear rumors about that we can't, say without possibly getting in trouble. And so, I've met Rich. Rich is a good dude. Rich did his job well. John Blake does that for the Texas Rangers, and it's not an easy job. And I bet it's probably one of the toughest jobs in the world when you're doing it for the Jones family.
Now, Rich's stress level just went down a bit.
Right, and it's a hard job to have. Now, before we let you go, real quick, Mike. Now, are you guys gonna be in studio tomorrow? How's that work?
I have what we call a comm rec. So they gave me one. I brought it home. It's up to me to hook it up in the morning or to drive in. So I would rather drive in. It's because I'll tell you what, nobody's going to be on the roads tomorrow. I mean, all schools are pretty much done. Most businesses are like shut down. Like my wife's a pediatrician and her office is just a mile away, but she's just going to take phone calls or Zooms for kids that aren't feeling well or whatever and trying to help them out that way. So, I mean, nobody will be driving. At least very few people will be driving. So
I might be at home with the whole family tomorrow, trying to do a radio show.
Yeah, in my pantry.
Yeah, and I was just saying, going back in the pantry.
Yeah, we'll see. I honestly think Friday might be worse than tomorrow because right now, coming home from the game, it's still just a light rain and it's maybe 32 degrees right now. Right. So I don't think it's going to have enough time to like freeze overnight on the streets. But I bet, as it drops into the 20s tonight and in the teens tomorrow, with all this kind of, wet stuff going on, I think maybe kind of by the time we get to Thursday night and then Friday morning, it could be really bad.
They say it's going to refreeze. Whatever's on the ground that didn't evaporate is going to refreeze. So there's more ice, and then it's supposed to be snow tomorrow. But before you go, we're going to be having tomorrow night on our show. We're going to have Zeke's mom's on.
Who's
Mama
this?
Zeke's gonna be on.
Who?
Ezekiel.
Oh, Zeke's mom. Oh man,
Mama D.
She went after one person on Twitter, at least that I might have seen. I was like,
"Oh yeah."
Well, hopefully tomorrow we'll make sure that nobody gets told we hope your mom swallowed you with any comments. They will have to learn out that.
Come on, man.
Well,
come on, Mama D.
I mean, the Cowboys' run game has to get a lot better next year if they have any chance of really doing damage. And look, part of it's Zeke, part of it's the offensive line, part of it's the offensive coordinator. And you can split up the percentages however you want, but if they can't run the ball better than they did the second half of last season, it's going to be a tough year.
See, I want to tap into that real quick, Mike, because before I let you go, I know we're doing match here, but my problem is my guy Jerry. What me and my guy Jerry is upset about is, we're paying these guys or howdy doody, as he likes to call them, and double MC to figure out how to run this football, and they didn't do it. And then you come at us at the end of the season and say, well, it's the offensive line. You give us that excuse, and then we watch Cincinnati get to the playoffs with one running back and with a bad offensive line that can run the football. Here we got two running backs, and you can't find a way to run the football. And when I ask you about it, you tell me, oh, well, it's the offensive line, and we'll take a look at that in the offseason. Nah, we ain't going for that. I pay you to figure it out. You need to figure it out. If you can't figure it out, then I need to get somebody else in here. Because if you listen to Jerry when he was on with you guys, he told the story. He said, if you notice something is wrong week 1 in Tampa, you need to fix it. Don't wait till week 19 week 9 or week whatever to fix it. And then week 9 comes around, you say, well, we'll look at an offseason. No, you need to fix it then. He basically said, I went to them and told them, I exposed it in Tampa game and I addressed you about it and said, you need to fix it. And now here we are, week 9. You still telling me it's the offensive line, which means you didn't address it. Which is why I got involved and said, well, Terrence Steele is going to start doing this, and Collins is going to start doing this. You didn't do it in my timely fashion, so I took it over. That's what he basically said. I gave you a chance. You didn't do it. Now it's at the end of the season, and you still giving me this. Oh, well, we'll approach that in the offseason. I don't do wait till all season. I need it done right when I say to get it done. I'm with Jerry on that.
Well, good luck with that, Walt.
Yeah, I know. Me and my guy Jerry is hot. We steaming hot.
Mikey, one quick question before you go. With Tom Brady retiring, as far as the NFC, is all the pressure is all the pressure on Dak now, since that we don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Rodgers. Basically, the top quarterbacks in the NFC is Dak, maybe Stafford, Murray, and Wilson. All is now the pressure on Dak to lead this team to at least the NFC Championship game next season?
I would say yes, except he's not going to lose his job anytime soon.
But he's got nobody standing in his way. Is what Kenny's point is. There is no Brady.
I hear you. Rodgers. Dallas has a big opportunity, and I know it's good luck getting the Joneses to do things the right way all the time. But if I was Will McClay, and I would try to go to the Jones family and say, guys, I don't know if we're ever going to have a better opportunity than what we have in the NFC right now, because there's no way that we're going to get this bad of a quarterback situation for a long time in the conference. I get the West is very good, but the South looks really bad right now. The North, I'm assuming Aaron Rodgers isn't coming back to Green Bay. They look really bad right now. Our division is really bad right now. If we can't take advantage of this opportunity in 2022 and maybe 2023, then we're never getting where we want to get to.
Exactly. Mike, safe travels tomorrow. If you go into the studio, definitely be tuned into you tomorrow to hear everything you got to say, man.
All right, fellas, man. Thanks for having me on.
Big up to Mikey. Big up to Duncan B. Hey, man, you graduated with my cousin. You graduated in 96?
Yes.
Yeah, my cousin was Michael Wilson. You graduated in the same class he did. I don't know if you probably don't know him. He played football. You played baseball.
Yeah, my dad made me stay away from football. He was smart.
We're gonna be checking you out tomorrow, Mike.
All right, see you guys.
All right, Mike.
All right, so we got one more we got 2 more interviews real quick. Let's tap into those real quick before we get up out of here.
Yeah, let's see this. Yeah, let's see this.
Oh, wait, it's your favorite person. Oh, I got this guy. Lined up for you.
Oh, we know he's gonna have something.
Yeah, we're about to drop some gems, baby.
And he got the mask off too.
Yeah.
Oh,
about to drop some gems. Let's check him out real quick.
Jalen, can you put your finger on why the defense hasn't come with the same energy until late these last 2 games?
I can't. We gotta get back on track. Don't really have an answer for you, sadly.
What do you see on the box score? Anything?
6 turnovers by number 13. That's what sticks out to me. That's all.
What's the mood like in the locker room at this point, knowing that you guys have been on a roll and hit a rough stretch these last few games?
We're still positive. What we're capable of. We just got to reset, focus. Every team has NBA players. We got to treat every team with respect, no matter what the record is. So props to them tonight.
Were these last 2 games like a situation of maybe looking at the record a little more than you would have wanted to, or you guys would have wanted to?
I would say it's just more of us just not being mentally ready to go. The attention to details are more important than all of us may realize. But if we focus on those little details, we're gonna be all right.
Sefco?
Jalen, it's been a long, long time since you guys lost 2 in a row. I mean, I'm sure you take another 6-week stretch without 2 losses in a row. Mentally now, for the rest of this homestand, is there a key to kind of getting back and saying, okay, we got to reset a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. We have no choice but to reset. I mean, this is the best time to do it. We're home. We're comfortable. We just got to be able to lock in and just win these, string a couple of games together. Get back to our defensive principles and do what we do.
All right, thanks, Jalen. Appreciate it.
Man, I like that from Jalen Collins. God, we wasn't mentally ready to go. Just letting everybody, letting guys know, hey, we wasn't mentally ready to go, and he told the truth. They weren't mentally ready to go. They weren't in it, and so they deserve to get that L put on them. But good news on one front, the Nuggets did lose tonight, so you're still stuck in fifth. If that matters. Bad news, you're gonna have a mad Philly team coming in because Joe lost tonight.
No, man.
So he's gonna be hey Dwight, good luck, man. I wish you all the best.
You don't
I really truly do. When Joe tries to humanly dunk you in the basketball in the rim at the same time.
You do not mean that, man.
I do, man. I wish. Listen, I don't want to see nobody get hurt. No, nobody. You gotta be a sick person to want a group of car wrecks out there. Come on, man.
No, man. You don't mean that. Okay, all right. We got one more, and of course, it's Luka the Don.
Okay, no D, Luka. What you got to say?
Oh, LD. Let's hear what the Don got to say real quick.
Sweater, man.
The final defensive possession in regulation.
That's just my bad. I didn't see it coming. That's my bad.
What do you think of the shot you got on the next play?
I mean, this game is on me, you know. Too bad, stupid decisions by me. The last 2 possessions shouldn't happen, you know. By far, it's my worst defensive game this year for sure, and just on me.
So you do think that you thought you could have got a better look on in regulation? I mean, you shot, obviously that is a kind of a shot you go to.
Yeah, but it was a tie game. I expected the double, and then I saw, and you know, it wasn't much time left, so I decided to do a step back. But obviously, it was a bad decision.
Can you put your finger on why, until the end of games, you guys can't quite get that energy or that defensive focus going the last 2 games?
I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. But we got to be way better than this.
Okay, well that was it. That was it. I thought the computer froze.
Hey man, proud of Luka, man. He took ownership, man. You know, you got some guys on franchises in this town. You know, they blame referees for their failures, but Luka. You know, they took his name, man. The ref took it from. Ref took it from. But hey, man,
you probably because he didn't come. He didn't come out here and say, "Hey, Kendrick," he didn't come out here and say, "Well, they were throwing stuff at the referees." Well, good luck.
Yeah. He looked and say, "Hey, man, look, throw a baseball at the referee. That's good for him, man. I ain't mad at that, you know." But Lucas took it like a man. He says ownership on me, you know. And that's what the start of leadership is supposed to do. You're supposed to, even if it ain't your fault, it's your fault, you know, because you know you the best player on that floor by far. Your team had no business losing to OKC. You know that shouldn't happen.
Yeah, he told the truth.
Man, listen, with all Mavericks losing these 2 games in a row, they are only a game back of Utah for 4. They still only came back in Utah before.
Yeah, Utah just doesn't put any. They just don't put any fear in my heart.
I'm just saying, these two bad losses they had, they still on a game back. Or fourth, man. Well, the Mavs need to get a win Friday. And I don't give a darn if it's Joel and B.
Well, I
You
mean,
need to get a win.
falling from the 5th seed to the 6th seed, so
They need to get a win, man. They need to get a win.
yeah. Them Timberwolves is creeping up.
Yeah, man. Actually, the Mavs are in 5th. Denver's in 6th. They're 28-22, and the Mavs are 29-22.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay, Denver must have just lost. That's why.
Yeah, it just lost. It just lost to Utah.
Okay, yeah. It must have just happened.
Yeah.
So that's why. Oh man. And then let's take a look at the schedule real quick before we get up out of here. What you got? You got Friday. You got the Hawks.
No, Friday.
Friday you got 76ers. Then you got the Hawks.
Yep.
On Sunday, then you got the Pistons on Tuesday. Then you got the Clippers back to back. And then you back on the road before All-Star weekend.
Yep.
You got the Heat. You're gonna have the Heat on that Tuesday, and then you're gonna turn around and get the Pelicans the next night.
Tricky back to back.
Hold on, but it gets really crucial when you come off that All-Star break. Okay.
Oh yeah, they go on the road. They got a tough road, West Coast road trip, right?
Right. You got the Utah Jazz.
Big game.
The Warriors.
Tough game.
The Lakers.
Big game.
And then the Warriors again here in the AAC.
Oh yeah, man. You can really make if you can pull that off, you can really make some headway. You announce yourself as something. Either a team on the rise or a team that's going to be looking at in the playing tournament. So that's a big stretch right there. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. All right, man. So it looks like we'll be back here Friday night. Like we just said a few minutes ago, if you haven't done so, go subscribe to our YouTube channel because tomorrow night, Kendrick, you're more than welcome to join us tomorrow night if you want to.
Oh man, I don't say too much about Zeke, man. I don't know. I want Mama D. Mama D. I'm scared, man. I want that smoke from Mama D, man.
Don't be scared. I'm just putting it out there to you.
That is a beautiful woman, though.
We're gonna have Ezekiel Elliott's mom on tomorrow night. Mama D is gonna be on live with us.
Man, we had Dak's dad, Zeke's mom.
Yeah, we're going there. It's it's Parents Week apparently here in bFb. We might get somebody brother or sister next week. You never know, man. Maybe we can have Luca's mom the following week. Anything's possible. Anything is possible.
Yeah, big up to Luca's mom. Yeah, man.
So yeah, if you haven't done so, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, bFbdfw. We'll be back Friday night, but make sure you tune in tomorrow night because we'll have the show bFb. Of course, we'll be going over some stuff, Brian Flores and stuff, talking Cowboys and Mavericks, and then we'll have Mama D on, and pretty much gonna be a good time tomorrow night, man. Go subscribe, don't miss out. It'll be live on YouTube tomorrow night. So, hey, we'll be back Friday night for the Mavs post game show. Keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars. Always do his best for business, and if we don't see you around, then we'll see you around. Don't be scared to come talk to Mama D, Kendrick.
Yeah, man. A beautiful woman.